We are on 61, right?
Yeah, we were.
Okay. What's up, everybody? Name this pod later, episode 61. We got the heavy hitters. We got Rye Guy. We got Mr. Man. And we got to save the best for last. We got the guest, Mr. Darian, Mr. Brooks. We coming in with the heat on 61. How is everybody doing? Ryan, go.
I'm doing amazing, Cameron.
That's amazing. Mr. Man, how you doing? Go.
I'm doing fantastic, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling excellent. Mr. Brooks, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling superb. Thank you.
That's superb that you're feeling superb. Let's get into the topics, man. Let's talk about how we feel about these topics and hopefully grow as people.
Hopefully grows with
Good.
people.
Yeah,
That is
Good.
the end goal.
that's the end goal.
Alright, make sure y'all like,
Good.
subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. We're on SoundCloud. We're on OnlyFans. We're on Spotify. Yeah,
It's important.
let's get into the fuckery. Now, Darian, it's been I feel like it's been a couple times you say you wanted to be on the podcast, right?
Yep.
What
It
is
first started.
uh
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, it's all this.
Yeah, it first started when it was like somebody was an 8-ball. I think they're using there's something. It was like an 8-ball. Somebody's profile picture. I think I was on YouTube and I was on this like unknown account and I had typed in. I was like, "This is Darian from Poly. I want to be on so bad." And I never got a reply back.
You did get a
And
reply
then-
back.
I don't remember. I don't remember getting a reply back. Let's say that.
Yeah, Tony.
And then
Mr. Hollywood?
yeah, and then like probably like last week or like a couple days ago, I finally found your account, and then you posted like a link to watch the next podcast or something like that, and I texted you and was saying like, yeah, I need to get in there because I always wanted to be in a podcast.
So right quick, what happened was I didn't check the comments on YouTube. Horrible person I am. And then I looked and was like, damn, did Darian comment? Like, is that Darian from Poly? And that was the comment, Darian from Poly. And then I replied to it. It's like 3 or 4 weeks later at this point. But I did reply to it.
Okay.
But I didn't know your Instagram at the time. Because I just saw your new one recently.
Yeah, I changed it. I changed to my new Instagram like right after COVID.
Mm.
Yeah. Like right after I cut my hair.
Yeah.
Hey, but the universe aligned the stars in such a way that you ended up back here anyway. And that's what really matters.
Facts.
Facts.
This podcast cool though. Like y'all be vibing, y'all be chilling and stuff. Fuck with the podcast.
Yeah, we don't try to. We sometimes it's serious, but I don't really try to, make it a hostile environment.
Yeah.
This is what we should do. The next guest we have on here, we just make them feel like the most unwelcome person ever.
Yeah.
Just think it's gonna be a friendly environment.
That's just like tradition, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we got on?
Well, no, y'all definitely were welcoming. Y'all definitely welcoming this podcast, so I appreciate that.
No problem.
I mean,
Of course.
you want to be on here? You know?
We got on the docket. First of all, let's get into like the peak fuckery, right? Amy Shumer, right? She said a couple things. She said that Will Smith traumatized her when he smacked Chris Rock, and I'm sorry we still talking about this.
I'm about to say, I was like, are we really gonna?
That was wild.
Another week, another time. There's more information about Will Smith smacking Chris Rock. This is crazy. But she said that the Oscars wouldn't let her say a joke. It was a joke about Alec Baldwin killing a man. and she was mad. She was mad that Oscars wouldn't let her say the joke, but was also simultaneously traumatized about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Now I want to make sure I can find this joke because it was like don't look up. I mean, more like don't look at the bottom of a shotgun barrel. Says Alec Baldwin. It was a joke. Was that verbatim? Like some trash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not funny. He didn't even shoot him with a shotgun. But I'm glad
It's
we got
very
a new. I'm glad we got a new guest here. How did you feel about that, Darian? When Chris Rock got the shit smacked out of him?
slap a 22.
To be honest, I feel like Will Smith shouldn't have did that. That was like definitely corny.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was very immature. Like could have handled that like 1,000 different ways. Like we got kids watching. You got you're a role model. You shouldn't be just walking up to somebody smacking them. Because something he said out his mouth. Like you should have waited till after the Oscars or whatever and just talked it out to him. Because like at the end of the day, it was never worth a smack to the face. Don't get me wrong, Chris Rock definitely was making fun of alopecia, which is definitely not cool.
Mm-hmm.
He is a comedian, but it is time and place where you should talk about like illnesses like that. That's not really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But Will definitely should not have done what he done. I feel like he was in the heat of the moment, and he was his so-called alpha male masculinity was tested because I feel like he has this reputation like he's from West Philly and his wife is from Baltimore City. So I feel like when he was in the moment, he felt like he had to stand up for his, I guess, his reputation. But I honestly feel like that was whack. That was like I said, corny. So
I got a
yeah, his
curveball
kids
for you.
watching. His kids watching. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be more focused on showing the kids how to handle the situation. Like how would you want your son to handle that situation, or how would you want your nephew to handle it, or yeah, it's just not cool.
I got a curveball for
You
you.
made people look. Yeah, you made the culture look bad.
Definitely.
People already look at us a certain way. So
That ain't making no
when you
better.
did that, that definitely put some more stereotypes in people's minds. Feel like that fucked up. It fucked up the wave because Will Smith definitely was talking about how he doesn't like violence and he's peaceful and this, that, and the third, and it kind of like makes him look like a hypocrite.
When he comes out of nowhere and does something.
Yep, when he comes out of nowhere and just walks up on stage and just smacks a comedian at that for telling a joke. So it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. Everybody, yeah, that's how I feel about it. It kind of got under my skin.
All right, I have a question for you. Has a woman ever put you in a situation where you had to fight somebody because they felt away? Or not even fight somebody, but you was put in a situation that was really avoidable.
I've I don't recall me ever having to be in a situation like that where like somebody said something or did something to where I had to put my hands on somebody. So like shout out to all the girls I ever been with. They never was in a drama. That's one thing I can say. So shout out to them for not being drama queens and being responsible enough and having that sixth sense to understand maturity when it's due.
I'm glad you brought up the word mature because I got a very immature question to ask.
Okay.
These things never go well.
Oh man.
Could y'all date a woman who doesn't give head? Who
I
gonna
mean,
go
if
first?
she literally like, if we in a you're not asking me, or you asking us as a group,
I'm
or
asking.
just
No,
me?
anybody can go first.
I mean,
I was waiting for somebody to talk.
It
yeah,
was a round table, I
yeah, I'm
expected.
about to say you can go first, Darren.
I feel like that doesn't happen. I feel like women just don't. If like if she loves you and she's like you're dating, I feel like she's not going to give you head. Like
And
unless that's her first time ever giving it, she's shy and whatever, which is like 9 times out of 10 not the case. So like, would I date somebody like that? I don't even think that there's a person like that I would ever meet.
And I
like,
love that you said that. I love that you said
The
that.
optimism.
No, I love that you said that because I had that thought. Because I was like, I just don't expect any woman to just not do that. Like I just expected in the year 2022, you probably sucking dick. It's just like, so that really made me ask the question: could you date somebody that don't do that?
I don't think I can. I'm sorry.
I just think sex in general is all about, expressing what we need from each other as partners to be sexually satisfied. And if head is on the docket and you don't want to do head, it's just sort of like, okay, well, I have to find somebody that can, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what made me, because I put this on a docket early in the week. Could y'all date somebody who give head? But I think it was what he said just now that you would think in the year 2022 that everybody is just doing it. But
But I don't think
that's
everybody.
crazy in your head. To just not in your specific head, Darren, but that's crazy that you just be like, oh, she got to do it. Ain't no way she not doing it.
Now I can say that there was this one girl I was messing with, and she was like she's nervous, or she would be nervous to do it, but she still was like willing to at least try. But like I've never had somebody that just didn't just do it just because they just didn't feel like it. No, I can't do
The
that.
effort that counts, the gesture.
No, Ryan.
Right, exactly. The gesture. She at least said.
She put effort into it.
Right, you didn't go. I need to hear your answer.
Me?
Yeah,
You know, I'm all about women's empowerment. I wouldn't force a woman to do nothing that she doesn't want to do, but
we know
Right.
we never said we forced
We didn't, that's not where it went at all.
Yeah, come on. No.
that,
Yeah, we didn't say that at all. You're tongue twisting. Like, hold on.
Hold
my
on.
fault.
Yeah, hold on now.
I maybe read a little too much into the context.
And
But
what's crazy is that Ryan usually says the worst thing out of everybody, so I'm waiting for it to come out.
you know, I'm on the same vein as Cameron there.
And that vein is
The vein is,
I
if
don't
she
even
doesn't
remember
want
what
to
he
give
said
head,
exactly,
you
but I
cheat on
wanted to
her.
cry
That's
when he said it.
basically what I said.
Oh, you said cheat on her? I can't
I said
uphold that.
I said find somebody else. What else is that supposed to
Yeah, he said
mean?
he's gonna find somebody else. He's not gonna be with her, And if she can't do it, then he's gonna get somebody else to do it.
It's like a team at that point. You sub in.
But would she be able to? But would she know that you're, with this other girl that's doing what she's not doing?
I thought all
Relationships.
the women you talked to knew they were on a roster, Cameron.
I would never do that.
Oh.
you can't. Never
You have
mind.
to be that nigga to be able to do that. Like, hey, I'm just letting you know I'm dating and I'm talking to 5 other women. But hey, I fuck with you too.
Yeah, that's confidence, man.
Like you have to be a different nigga. You have to be like in the upper echelons of society to do shit like that. And I'm not there yet, so
I feel you. I feel you.
I gotta lie and cheat my way through. So
You gotta lie and cheat your way
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
I'm just not there yet, to be honest.
Let me make sure they can't hear me. So I got my car tinted the other day, right? And
5%.
nah, but 15. But like I got it tinted, and I'm used to driving around in a fishbowl. I ain't had my car for that long, and it gets so much darker with the tints, and instantly I thought to myself, I see why niggas cheat on their girlfriends, cause like you just feel like nobody can see you in that fucking car.
Are you
Have you
suggesting?
seen Delmont's car before?
No.
His are like extreme. It's like blacked out. I can't see a thing in his car, and it's every window in that bitch.
Even the front one?
I don't know how he drives at
What's the
night.
darkest tint you can legally get?
He
20.
tinted the front and the front windows like at least 5. At least 5.
The legal the legal you get is 20.
Yeah, I
But
know.
20 is
I've known
very
his
dark
tints are
still.
illegal for a while.
Is Delmont on
This
the
is just
legal?
wild.
Wait,
Delmont on a legal
Dalmont doesn't have a legal tense. Fucking fed. Dalmont just.
That's what I was That's what
Allegedly.
I was trying to do. I was
Allegedly.
trying to see if he's gonna snitch
Allegedly.
on him.
Allegedly.
It sounded like you was already snitching on him for real.
My fault, Delmont.
I don't know. That sounded like that was darker than 20.
No, they at least 20 is what he said. He said at least 20.
I said they're 20 or above.
He actually said they was 50 when you really hear it. When you rewind
Oh,
it.
okay.
My fault. I'll buy you that new rim you need.
Who is he talking? He talking to me?
He talking to Delmont.
Nah.
Oh, he's talking to
Yeah, I'm
Dalmont.
addressing
him.
Even though Dalmont's not
Delmont.
Yeah, shout out Delmont.
All right,
He ain't
so
here in spirit.
God rest his soul.
we not gonna play it here because it's insanity, and I'm gonna try to stop playing insanity on here unless it's absolutely needed. But we the guys and I, right before we started the podcast, we watched the guy IShowSpeed. He was playing a game of Valorant, you know, the game Cameron plays or whatever. And as somebody who don't play that game, right? I just hear Cameron play it. Every 10 minutes he's fighting with somebody on that game. It's really insanity on that shit, right? But he was on that game. He was talking wow. He was talking greasy to these people. He was calling them monkey.
IShowSpeed, by the way. Let's clarify that because you didn't really clarify in your sentence there. IShowSpeed.
Yeah, I thought you were still
my
talking
fault.
about
My fault. IShowSpeed said he was calling people monkey, even though their name was monkey, so it's here or there with it. But he was talking to a woman in the game, and he was saying things like, first of all, is that a woman talking? Is that a bitch talking to me? Is what he said. He said, yo, why you not doing your husband's dishes? Like, he was talking like Xbox 360 lobbies. Like, that shit was crazy. But he's getting canceled right now, getting kicked off all the Epic games. And I just thought that was wild because we got these non-melanated YouTubers calling people the N-word, and like nothing happens to them. And like it just time after time again it happens, and nothing happens.
I just think it's a bizarre I just think it's a bizarre scenario because with Valorant, it's just like it's innately like an extremely toxic game. And you know, I think people that play Valorant would know that Speed probably didn't even say like the worst things niggas say on there. Like people say way worse shit all the time. And it's not to say that what Speed was saying was all right in any way. I just think it's weird because when people were showing that clip on Twitter, they were trying to point it in the direction like Valorant. I see why Valorant is such a terrible community because you have people like IShowSpeed playing this game and doing shit like this. When I think the majority of people that came from the Valorant community came from the CS:GO community because they sucked at CS:GO. And you know that CS:GO was just as toxic. It was it was way more toxic because it's like a worldwide computer game. You know what I mean? And it's still the same on Valorant. So I don't know. I think it's weird to try it. I don't want to say that it was racially motivated, but that's how it kind of feels like in a way. Because out of all the people that could have been that negative influence on the Valorant community, it was this black guy who just recently, well, he's still relatively new in popularity. Um and probably didn't hop on Valorant that often. I don't think.
I saw wise man. He said black YouTubers are only recognized when they do something bad.
That's how it feels sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't hear niggas say shit when Marquez Brownlee reviewing the latest and greatest piece of technology. Niggas not saying shit then. But when a nigga fighting the 2K league, it's all over the internet. Like niggas care about the 2K league. Who cares about the 2K league? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, we got to work on a lot of things. And I feel like over time, not even over time, like in the past, it's been a lot of traumatizing events and situations that has caused us to be where we at right now. And so right now we are in trial and error of like finding our basically our love for each other again.
Mm. That was some deep shit you just said.
I'm like, fuck. It's like, fuck. But honestly, I just think it's weird in general because it's like already IShowSpeed is like
His content's always like that.
his content is always like that, and it's just like I feel like his content already sort of instills that negative behavior because of that's his usual thing is just getting loud and saying obscene shit, whatever it may be. It's like it's like an infinite improv improvised piece.
I wouldn't have an issue with this if they were just consistent around the board when people say something
Yeah.
crazy. Speaking of that, um, cause we was we all played Xbox, PlayStation when we was younger, right?
No,
Very.
I had a good
Yes.
childhood. I played on the Wii.
You played on the Wii.
Had a good
You
childhood.
know, I distinctly remember it was 2008, uh, October something, and I was playing Grand Theft Auto 4, right? We was playing Cops and Robbers.
Oh man.
Cops and Crooks is what it was called actually.
Yeah, cops and crooks.
And I think I lost my car. I don't know what happened, but I'm running away, and a nigga hit me, and I fly off the map, right? And
Okay.
he said, "Get good, fucking nigger." And I was like shocked. Like I was like really shocked. I told my dad like he could do something about it about me getting caught in one Xbox. I'm in like elementary school getting caught in nigger, but I think but my point in saying that is I think people, especially in our generation, we get used to saying like, "Oh, y'all want survival Call of Duty lobby." Cause we was used to get caught fucking scallywag back in the day. Y'all the snowflakes now. And while that could be the that could be true, it is also true that we shouldn't have been called those things when we was younger. So that should make it right to keep doing that.
Yeah,
But
it's like we're insensitive to these very negative things, but at what cost? Because
yeah,
now it just seems like you're not socially. It seems like a lot of people when they make that argument, they're just not socially aware that those bad things being said are. It's like, oh, they don't affect me anymore, so I guess they're just not bad things that you say. But
yeah.
that's
I was getting
that's
No,
not
called
how
it's
it
still
works.
going on. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
getting called
Yeah,
for
I
mean words at
believe.
8. So like y'all should just go over it. I'm sorry, Darren. What was you about to say?
I say I believe. I say yeah, I agree. I agree too. I used to be in Call of Duty lobbies or like Modern Warfare lobbies, getting called all types of names, and over time you get a tolerance to become numb to it because it's literally it's a word. Um, at the same time, it's really not even it's really not even effective to us no more. It's more so it helps us understand who we dealing with as a shit like as a country. Like it helped us understand like yeah, like this stuff ain't over. Like people because people can joke all they want, but that's not really a joke. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of tension behind that word. It's a lot of rape behind that word. It's a lot of molestation behind that word. It's a lot of torture behind that word. So people using that as a joke, or say it as a joke. It just shows you like how you were raised, your parents, how your parents raised you, your friends, who you hang with, and it shows like your maturity in it, and it really shows how much of a like how much you're ignorant, you're uneducated. If you really dig deep down into your understanding of what happened in the past, you wouldn't be saying what you were saying. And if you do know, and if you did know, then what you are saying is like it's like a smack in the face, and you know it. So like I feel like people can joke about it all they want, this, that, and the third. They can rap. You know, they can say it in a rap song, you know, because you know it's cool. But at the end of the day, like the history behind that word is definitely messed up, and we changed that word into a positive way. But now it's like it seems like people can joke about it. But if you like, if say if you were white, right?
Uh,
Deep down, with the same emotions and understanding that you have now, you know you wouldn't be saying like I know me, you. I don't think we would be saying that because we understand that that word had a lot of history behind it.
mm,
Yeah.
I was
So it just tells you who you're dealing with.
Yeah, it was very bizarre for me, um, growing up, um, when cause jokes aside, I did play Xbox when I was younger, and
Mm-hmm.
I remember I played. What did I play? It was Halo, and I met, I think, the people that I play Xbox with to this day, and like in the more beginning stages of things. And I think this is like a prime example of why I think people, well, let me just explain till the end. Basically, in the beginning, those people used to say the N word, like with the ER. And
Mm-hmm.
and back then, because I guess I was trying to get to that understanding of like that desensitization, you know what I mean? I just thought, to a certain extent, I'm like, maybe this is just how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? In the lobby. And not even like in a sense that they were just saying it directly to me, right? It was just like
Mm-hmm.
going around in general. And as I got older and as I became more educated, you know, like I one day I just talked to them and I was just like, I don't feel comfortable with the words that you say. Um and I think that it led to a conversation where we became respectful of each other. And I think this is sort of why it's taught me it taught me my approach on how I approach a lot of people in these online lobbies that are like racist. Because it's like a lot of times I'll just be like, bro, did you have a rough day? And I'll talk to me, and then they'll just like open up. And I think a lot of times the
You
problem
kill it
is
with
people
kindness.
yeah, I'm gonna say the problem is people are doing it because they just want the shock value. And half of the time when, because sometimes I don't even do that, be kill 'em with kindness. Sometimes I just don't say shit, and then niggas just shut the fuck up. I realize, and it's just, I don't know.
I wanna
People,
I wanna add on to what you said. I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's just like these people. I don't even think some of them are racist. It's just that what you they
yeah,
want you to get. They
it's
just want you to be mad.
yeah, they just want to get attention out of you, and it's just like it's kind of it kind of goes back to what you said, Darian, about how it's like, yeah, it shows how people are raised because maybe their parents didn't show them enough love or something, and they think that this is the only way somebody will bat an eye. This is the way they think they'll affect somebody's life,
Mm-hmm.
by just saying random obscene shit. And it's like it's kind of weird to a certain extent because even when I was like, I'm gonna say obscene shit to garner attention, like I think because that was around the time where I was just hanging with them and we were doing all that crazy stuff. And I was just thinking to myself, like, even then, I was like, is this really is this really the best that my sense of humor can go? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, juvenile.
Is this really even like funny? Like, I'm all about a good offensive joke. Don't get me wrong. I understand there are times where there's like good timing or a good thought process that makes you like really question, why you have to take this offensive approach to try and sort of explain maybe a deeper or darker situation
Mm-hmm.
in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But there are just other times where people just are just doing it. And
Yep.
I don't even think half of the people that do it find it funny. And it's like, even if you are doing it for attention, if you don't find it funny, I still think it's no point.
We was playing Call of whatever the latest Call of Duty is. Oh no, not the latest one. The Cold
It was
War.
Call of Duty Cold War.
We was
Cold
playing.
Great
War.
game.
We
Great
was
game.
we was
Great game.
playing Cold War, and we was doing snipers only.
Snipers only. Great
and
game mode.
and
Farm clips.
and I ain't even that good at Call of Duty, but for some reason I was just like on fire this game,
Shitting on him.
and like I just started getting caught. The guy invited me to a party, so I knew it was some fuckery about to happen. So I joined it. And I invited Cam, so we both in it. And it's just like as soon as I joined, he just go, and he was just bunch of niggas just as soon as we joined, and we just laughing. It's like, oh my god, we just so fake hurt right now. You're calling us nigga. Oh my god. And then we was just like, bro, what is wrong with you? Like what's up with you today?
Let's really talk about it. And then he just went into this whole thing about how he was on the. We were like, it somehow got to the point to where we were like, so you're on the football team, and he was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, because he said he played for a college football team. Obviously, he wouldn't tell us the college because that probably be dangerous for him. But we were like, oh, what are you, D1? And he said he wasn't D1, and then his other friend was in there too. It's so weird. It's like a very weird conversation because his
It
friend was
went.
like starting to make fun of him too, kind of.
We was just talking to him, and we realized that we was just talking to this fucking sad guy. Just not like
Yeah, I was gonna
sad
say like
as in he's
he was just kind of revealing like how his life was just having unfortunate turns, and it was like, okay, but you didn't have to be racist because of your bad life, you know?
he was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that shit never an excuse.
Like we was talking to him, he started like, yeah, because this black girl didn't like me and this and that. Like, so that's why we get caught
Yeah, I
here.
was gonna say it was like,
That's
yo, what?
ridiculous
Just a lot
backstory.
of childish, ignorant. It's just a lot of childish, ignorant excuses, you know.
Yeah, it's
I know,
like
but it's
Yeah.
kind of crazy when you think about it, because I'm like, yo, when I really think about it, sometimes that's how it is for people. Just the smallest
Hmm.
shit just turns them into the worst or best people, and that's
Yeah,
what's
that's
so
facts.
crazy about life.
Yeah, people are different. Like, people have different tolerances. People have mental illnesses. You never know, you know, because like anybody could be going through something. Anybody can, and anybody, and people can use the way of however they get that bad feeling out of their body. They can use it by calling you that word, or you know, by killing somebody, or shit. You can even do about just meditate and make you feel better. Like, it's different ways people can do different things to make them feel better. So, but like I said, it's like we can go back on the point about, it's about how you're raised. It's
mm,
about, you know, because some people probably don't even have, like, this guy is calling you this name. He could be, you know, he don't have a mom or dad. He could be an orphan, just mad at life.
mm.
Mm.
Literally, just, you know, he could be angry at so-called whatever you consider God, and just feel as though like God is against him. So he's just about to just, anything that hurts people's feelings, he's just going to say.
And that's why most of the time in those lobbies, I try and kill them with kindness because I'm trying to teach these people. I'm trying to teach these young bulls, even though I'm young. I'm trying to teach you that even though your life sucks, you can't just put negativity back out into the air because it creates an infinite cycle of
Hmm.
never ending negativity. You don't win, bro. If you really want to beat the cycle, if you
You
really
be
want
the
to break
change.
out, you gotta be positive. That's the
Hmm.
only way to change it. And
Hmm.
I think half of the time, well, I mean, who knows, right? But I think half of the time, because I kill it with positivity, they probably like, damn, why do I hate black people?
I don't even hate black people. I'm
I
just
don't even
bullish.
hate black people. What's wrong with me? I'm not even racist. I'm just saying shit.
Yeah. And some people don't really know their history. You know, it's just whatever they were told.
Yeah.
True.
Don't know the scientific facts behind a human, or you know, like yeah, it's just a lot of things. It's a lot of things that just aren't told. It's a lot of ways that like people that aren't black, Caucasian, whatever, Chinese, Asian, Filipino, Indian. They like, it's a lot of people. I'm not gonna say a lot, but there are definitely people who just don't know the truth behind us. Don't
And
know
then
our, you know. So, you know, they're just told basically what was popular around the time of slavery, and that's how they carry it accordingly now. But you know the difference between a good, there's different people. You got smart people. You got people who just listen to others. And the people that listen to others, 9 times out of 10, just gonna listen to others. And what's popping right now is the so-called black people aren't this, that, and the third. They still using that shit from slavery in there.
I'm glad you said
And their
that.
kids.
I'm glad you said that because that reminds me, like, even what we was talking about the getting called words. It'll be like black people defending it, being like, "Well, I'm black and I didn't find it offensive,"
Mm.
and that
That really doesn't help
That's
the
the
problem at
danger. That's the
all. It just
I say
enables
that's the
people more.
dangerous slope to tread down when people say
You give
stuff
them
like
more
that.
power, they're just gonna think it doesn't hurt anyone.
now they're not even thinking it's wrong anymore. Now not only are they just saying shit, they're just saying shit, and they don't think it's actually affecting anybody, or even they don't. It's just like you said, it's just making them feel okay about being in their ignorance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had this one guy come up to me and he was like, yeah, like, so you guys can make jokes about us, but as soon as I want to make a joke, I'm the bad guy. I'm like, bro, you can make a joke. A joke is a joke, bro.
You just
It's
might
like,
not
what
be
kind of
funny.
jokes are you? Right. I'm like, so what kind of jokes are you talking about? He's like, you know what I mean. I'm like, okay. So those jokes are funny. I'm like, so okay, so you think those jokes are funny? So like, what kind of joke is funny about anything that happened around the dark ages as far as slavery? Like, what can you make a joke out of? I mean, I just can't see how you can make a joke out of anything that happened around that time, because that time was definitely like a fucked up time. Like I can't even as far as like what happened when the United States bombed what was it, Hiroshima or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, like how can you make a like I still can't even see how you can make a joke about that. Like a lot of people died. It's like there's no people, and people make jokes about that shit. And it's like we gotta chill out with that, man. Karma is a big deal. Like I ain't listening. Like y'all want to keep thinking like making these jokes is not y'all, but I'm talking about like the people watching or the public. Like
Mm.
stop thinking that making jokes about the dead is funny. It's like literally like it's time to joke. It's the time and place to joke. But like a bombing or people like or slavery, that's just never something to joke about.
I got a question because we was talking about, well, you just said something about talking about dead people, right? And I was wondering, how do you feel about rappers when they're making a diss song and they diss somebody dead in the song?
That that could go different ways. It's like you can make a rap song about somebody that you literally don't like because they killed your family. So you killed them and you're still talking down on them. Or you could
Uh,
talk about like the King Von situation, like people rapping about King Von don't even know King Von. It's like I said, like why would you ever want to talk about the dead as far as like somebody died? This man got shot because he was fighting somebody. You want to make a joke about it? Like it's really not a game. Like, that could have been your cousin. That could have been your whoever. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want nobody making no rap song about that. So like, why would you do it? And you're not joking because you're putting it in a song. So it's like, it ain't cool for real.
cause we even us here we see the insanity of people just up in the ante of dissing the dead, because it was the King Von situation, and then it was who I smoke, that shit. It was now it's just niggas
There was the
they
one where people with cardboard cutouts
yes,
of their op.
that's what I was about to
There was
say.
that one too.
They went to the studio with the cardboard cutout of their dead ops and started rapping about them to the cardboard cutout. Like it is getting, it's like really a race to the bottom. Like it's getting insane. Like
As far as the bottom, you mean like hell, basically.
yeah,
Who want to go to hell the fastest? Like it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm
bro,
about to
come
say.
on,
I
bro.
was
You,
like, niggas is
you did
speed
what you
running
had to
this shit.
do. Don't talk down on it. Yeah, I agree. You did what you had to do. There's no reason to talk down on it. Like, you know, It was either you or him. Even if you like, sometimes you're in a situation, not you, but sometimes a person's in a situation where they want to squash the beef, but the other person still is out to kill them. So it's like there's nothing they can do but defend themselves. So when you have to defend yourself and that person ends up dead, But that doesn't mean you go make a rap song about it. Yeah. So
Facts.
like I said, we as our own, like, as far as culture, we definitely not one of the top cultures when it comes to showing love in the community and all of that. That shit is like, we're like at the, I wouldn't even say the bottom, but we're definitely around the bottom when it comes to that. We got to work on that, and that's
Yeah.
just facts.
Yeah. Um. Speaking also, this is a little unrelated, but not so much. It's a rapper named Goonew. You know who that is? Darian?
Goonew,
Yeah, yeah.
no, I haven't heard him.
Oh, he a DMV rapper. So
Okay.
he died recently, and when he died, they I don't know. I think he got. I don't know how he died. I'm not gonna say how he died, but he died recently, and they had his funeral in a club. Like they
Oh
was
yeah. Oh, and they
And they
put him
had it
like,
for viewing.
yeah,
yeah, they had his viewing in there. Yup.
yeah, and they was partying. They was partying, and he had his whole Amiri from the hat to the socks, just a myriad out, and he was in there for like a couple hours. So his like, so they had his jaw uh like glued closed, but he was like literally melting up there because they was partying for like 6 hours. So his jaw was like opening up, like people thought it was crazy, thought it was insensitive, but the family said like, this what they wanted to do, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't really care about what other people got to think. And
Mm-hmm.
not to get a little morbid, but like, would you really want to go another way? Like, you die, and it's just like your family. You don't want your family to just be like, I want my family to just still keep going. So to see them having fun still, it's kind of hard to me. To see
Yeah,
them,
I thought it was a good thing too. I like that.
yeah,
I think when you can turn death into a semi-positive experience, like when you're able to mourn healthily, I think that's really important. And I think it's
Yeah,
all about, respecting what the request of the dead.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I don't really know how we can talk about because we was talking about serious shit, and I don't really know how we can just transition to some fuckery. But
let's clear the mind docket then.
the mind docket,
Clear your mind.
clear my mind.
Yeah. Is it clear yet?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good now.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Tough.
All right. So y'all want to talk about y'all want to talk about 6ix9ine returning, and y'all want to talk about the bowling ball.
I didn't know 6ix9ine was returning.
I didn't know 6ix9ine was returning either.
So it's a surprise.
I
Is he
don't know
It
about
is a
really?
6ix9ine.
surprise.
What you said, Diane?
I don't know nothing about 6ix9ine. Like, basically, the way I live, it's like, if you ain't helping me do nothing, I'm like your music or anything. Like, 6ix9ine, if you ain't on, if I open my phone, go to Instagram or something, and you ain't on there, then I don't know about you. It is what it is.
Yeah, that's the way to live.
I'm only bringing it up because he was like this big on numbers type thing, and I just want to
Mm-hmm.
see if he flops.
If he flopped,
Mm.
Yeah, because he was big on the numbers. I'm number this on Billboard. I'm 7 for 7 on Billboard. I'm making this much money. I do this. I do that. So I just want to see like how he
I hate
trans.
when that become their whole mantra though. Like
That's what I'm
it's not all
saying.
about numbers.
I want to see how he transferred his new part of his career, because he was beefing with Lil Durk, and Lil Durk done skyrocketed in popularity since they was beefing. So I just want to see how he navigates being where he at in rap. But and that's another thing. What would you say? You going out? That's another thing though, because 6ix9ine, his music kind of always been ass, like not very
I was
good.
about to say, was 6ix9ine ever about
My
that?
God.
His music never really been that good. It was his antics carrying him. So I want to see what
Carried.
happens. I want to see what happens if you take the antics away. Like, will he start trying to make better music? Will he just expect his ass songs to carry him?
He'll just always be like Lil Pump to
So
me and
everybody
just
saying
fade
that. I'm
out.
listening.
What you said?
Say it again.
I think he'll take like the same career trajectory as like Lil Pump. Bro.
Oh
I feel
yeah.
like he was the same way
Yeah, that's how I
with the
said. Like,
numbers and shit and doing wild antics in the public outside of music.
at this point, you should just take your money and invest in something.
Buy NFTs, kids.
Invest in a Roth IRA. Nah, Nick put
Oh
me on.
God.
Shout out Nick for
Shout
putting
out
me on.
school. Shout out
Shout out
statistics and
Nick.
community
Eh,
college.
For anybody that's listening, if you don't have a Roth IRA right now, make a Roth IRA, please, and just save yourself. You 60-year-old you will thank you if you start a Roth IRA right now and put money in.
Tell the audience what that is.
Say again.
At
Tell the
all.
audience what it is.
A Roth IRA is basically, in a very quick summary, it's a savings account that is not heavily taxed by the government. So basically, you could have put your money in a savings account over the years, right, and get
It
interest.
won't
That's
gain
how
any interest. Yeah.
well, I mean, most savings accounts they have some sort of interest rate over the years while you or interest is it interest?
It's
Basically,
interest
they
both
give you money
ways.
for holding money in their savings account though. But that gets taxed if you make money that way. But a Roth
Mm.
IRA is set up in such a way that the taxes are different. And I'm pretty sure it's either you don't get taxed at all or you get taxed
You get
significantly
taxed at
way
the
less.
end, I thought,
Okay.
just when you take it out. But that might be 401k.
But it'll still be different. You'll basically gain more money from just saving in your Roth IRA.
It's
And
a safe
ideally,
investment.
yeah, yeah, sure, because any investment is definitely safe. But
No, it's different type of risk. You
I'm gonna
assume.
say Roth IRAs is different in the sense that it's like you hold yourself accountable, right? Because you have to put into it. You would have to put in like,
With the stock market, it's kind of out of your control.
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
You're kind of playing it and hoping.
But
Mm-hmm.
you're putting in every year. Like I think the maximum is
You can
six
even do it
thousand.
like monthly, right?
You can put into your thing monthly, but you have a
Yeah.
yearly like maximum amount that you can put in.
Uh,
And then you're putting in because ideally over time that will compound to a lot of money.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a whole if you ever want to just look up Roth IRA calculator and you could just look.
I just know how to calculate it with
Yeah,
the
I was gonna say you can look
formulas
up
they
the
gave me in
calculator
math.
and then be like, let's say you want to put in 1,000 maybe a year.
Have it
Probably
compound 4 times a year, put
you
in
have
every month.
you put in 1,000 every year. You start at an age like me, which is like what, probably 18 to 20. This is when most people start. Um, you'll probably come out 300,000 at retirement, maybe more.
Mm.
Depends.
So
And again,
audience, what Cam is trying to say is
don't
save
sleep.
Be
your
smart
money.
with your
You
money.
don't need to use, you don't need to watch, you don't need to look at dime. Change. Save your money. Just save it. There ain't nothing wrong with saving it.
Yes, sir.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with saving money, but I
If
mean,
your
I'm just
girl
saying, if you got a little
don't
bit of
want you,
extra cash,
It's stunt. So
because you don't got a change or watch earrings in your hair that ain't your girl. You should not be with her.
That's true.
Save your money. Nah, we gotta keep it. We gotta keep it 100. You don't need it. It ain't worth it. Tell me.
Yeah, I about to say it really isn't worth it.
Don't be driving.
Material things are temporary.
Don't be on the
Family is
bus.
forever, guys.
Don't be on the bus with $1,000 sneakers on.
Why rock a
Yeah, that's just
chain? Why rock a chain?
Have
And some nice
$1,000
ass.
sneakers and drive a $2,000 car.
Why rock a chain and nice ass shoes now when you could do it when you're 60? I'm just
That's
saying.
even more baller.
Think
I don't see
think
many
think about
well-dressed
the
gray
long
that'd be
run,
parents.
so
bruh.
hard.
You could be going on vacations everywhere when you 60, when most niggas don't go on vacations. I'm just saying. Niggas always be talking about live life in the moment. That's the problem with you niggas. You niggas
Live
not
life in
thinking
the
about the
future.
future. You not thinking
Mm-hmm.
about the future, and that's the
I'm ready
problem.
for when our
Because
conscience
when
gets
you
uploaded onto
old,
the cloud, man.
and then this is statistics. I didn't look this up, but I'm still say statistics. I think most of you life livers don't want to have kids, so you don't got nobody taking care of you when you 60. So I'm just saying you gonna
Mm-hmm.
definitely need money if you ain't got kids. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying.
Are kids an investment
I don't.
that ends up paying
That,
off at the end of your life?
I,
You say, are you
I understand. I
are
understand
you
how
are
that
you
came off,
are you saying
but I'm
kids are
not
like the
saying
stock market?
kids are like the stock market.
When's a good time to invest in them?
When do you when do you
I
sell?
may sound like a bad person, but like, hear me out here. When you have kids, not everybody has kids to have kids. Some people have kids just so they can
File
take
a
care
kid
of
on
them
their tags.
or file a kid on their tag. Some people have kids other than truthfully wanting to have kids. And to those people, I think a kid is an investment. You're having offspring so that they can help you in your life for your own selfish needs. It's a terrible thing. And as much as I would have kids for that reason, I'm not. And that's why I'm in a Roth IRA.
Back in the G though, that is why he was having
Yeah, I
kids.
think you should learn your.
What you saying, Darian?
I was saying, I think you should learn yourself before you had children. Learn what you didn't like as a kid, and just learn how to learn. I think you should learn children before you even have children. Like prepare yourself for a child.
Yeah, I would say
Get ready to get frustrated. Get ready for the mistakes. Don't just prepare yourself because then you won't traumatize your child. Let your child live the way you wish you did.
because what I'm trying to do I'm not trying to have kids for the benefit. If I do have kids, there's only one purpose to having kids for me, and it's to push the Lemon Dynasty. And that's what I've called it.
Are
That's
you
what
gonna
my family's
try to breed an
called it.
athlete?
I'm not gonna try and breed an athlete. I'm like
Okay.
I'm not 6 foot, Ryan. What would I
Well,
breed? A
get a
boxer?
get a get a
Boxer, football, soccer,
get a girl that's like
baseball.
7'6", bro.
I
It
do love
balances
tall
out,
I
Cameron.
do love tall women. Unrelated, no. I really do tall women. I know niggas
Tall
be
Candace
girls,
hey,
Parker, holla at my boy.
tall girls are
tall
kind of
girls,
the
man. It
wave.
ain't nothing wrong with tall girls. Y'all
Tall
beautiful.
girls are the
Y'all
wave. Don't
sexy.
niggas be sleeping,
Just
bro.
wear Tim's around though.
I know so many
And then-
girls that's so pretty and they tall and they just be getting done dirty. I'd be like, come on, like why is you even
how,
messing with that guy?
how'd
He
you
don't
Men need
fucking
even
love.
should have messed with the short
guys
size?
be like, yeah, she phony. She just I'm like, bro, is you crazy? Look at her face. Bro, it's not even that. It's just that she just weird. I'm like, okay. She got an attitude problem. Like, okay, bro.
Okay, bro.
Short girls got attitude problems too.
You
Like,
would
what
be
is you talking
bullshitting.
about?
Bro, if we just being honest, bro, girls just had attitude problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, girls just got
If you
attitude
want,
problems. Just
if that's the reason why you want to put her in free agency, okay, bro. But nah, I want to have kids for the sole purpose of I want them.
Come on, say
I
it, bro.
I want to get rich, right? And I want to have kids, and I want their only problem to be what is the purpose of life? You know when
Mm.
people are so unbelievably rich that it's literally life is different for them. And I'm not saying I want to become like rich where I'm like, oh, the top 100,000 people in the world or some shit. I just think a lot of people are can become financially free and don't have to be over 10 millionaires to do it.
Mm.
It's
Yeah, the top 100, you get into like elites and all that weird
Yeah,
stuff once you
yeah.
get
I'm about to
around
say
there. Like,
I don't need to be no 10. I honestly, if I can touch,
10
I
minutes.
really think I can touch a mill before I die. That was the goal, to
mm,
touch a mill before I die, and
mhm.
that's what I wanna. That's what I wanna pass on. And
I'm gonna make
although I
sure
think my
we
mom,
see a mill before we die.
hey, that's for real. So we locked in for real.
yeah. Manscaped.
I'm kind of in a race with my mother, and my mother's kind of beating me, but that's okay because
Or you
I
want to
will
come
beat
back?
her. It kind of encourages me even more because I want to touch the mill before she dies. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but that was the goal, to try and beat her.
You got crypto, you got NFTs, you
I'm in crypto.
got.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in crypto. I'm on the Roth. I'm on.
He thinking.
Thinking what he on? He on some
Yeah,
A thinking.
Yeah,
Pokemon cards. We invested in Pokemon cards.
we did invest in Pokemon
It's a
cards.
little skeptical though. I'm not gonna lie. Like the crypto and like my whole thing is like, where is this coming from? This came out of the blue. It's a little weird for
No, the
me.
cryptocurrency's been a
It's like,
thing.
what's the def?
Crypto
Cryptocurrencies,
makes sense to
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
NFTs
yeah.
don't.
cryptocurrency's been a thing since what I seen them since like 2010. Like Bitcoin, it was a
Okay.
move. It was a movie. I wish I would have. I wasn't old enough or smart enough to think about it. But in 2013,
Mm-hmm.
it was a movie, almost like what Ryan was talking about before we were recording with some drug deal gone wrong. But they got the money back in Bitcoin, and
Oh,
this was back when Bitcoin wasn't
Mm.
even worth that much. But they got it back in Bitcoin.
they came up off of it.
Yeah, they
He
got
gave
it.
Ryan the idea for his film.
Yeah, yeah.
You going? I get scared.
Oh
Yeah,
shit! I
I get.
gotta do a buy up on that
But say this movie came. It was
shit.
called Dope. It had
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I fucked with that
Wait, you
movie.
talking about the? It was like a newer movie, right?
They
It was
had
like,
Miles Morales voice actor in it.
it's dope. It came out 2015. It
That
had
was
oh
a
Zoe
yeah, I
good
Kravitz.
remember
movie.
that, and that was about
Zoe
Bitcoin
Kravitz
crypto.
on there.
It wasn't about Bitcoin, but it was when
That's how they like cleared the money and laundered it, basically, right?
yeah, that's how they laundered it through
Like
Bitcoin.
Wow,
fake
Oh,
money.
didn't
that's
even
kind of
realize
smart
that.
too because Bitcoin is not traceable. Yo,
Right,
Yeah,
right,
I
like
gotta watch Dope. I didn't
and
know
that's a
they were
little.
getting down like that.
yeah, and Zoe
His
Yeah, I
Kravitz
didn't
was
soundtrack's
naked
I,
in
really
it.
I
good
was,
too.
Yeah,
yeah, I wasn't
yeah,
even paying attention to that.
yeah, and Zoe Kravitz was naked in it. If y'all,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just
That was
saying.
Zoe? I thought that was someone else.
No, that was Zoe. No, that was
You
Zoe.
freak is you were a freak as Zoe for just knowing that.
I remember. It was 2015. I watched the movie with my mother. I was just waiting for her to get naked. Mm-mm-mm.
I respect that.
Yeah, man.
Just think about it before you have kids. That's a real lesson. Do you really want kids?
Get a dog first. You know, try it out.
I was actually thinking about getting a dog, and I've been a cat person, but I
Wait,
saw this
can
dog
I
called
give you
a
my dog?
no.
The
I
little
want a
one.
specific dog breed. It was
What,
the
What
Pekingese.
kind of dog do you have?
Pekingese, the real rolly one.
Yeah.
Pekingese?
What kind
I
of dog
got
do
a
you want?
black, I got a black lab and a terrier.
I want your big dog. I want Ella. That's her name,
No,
right?
I like my big dog. That one, I think it has waves.
She do though. She don't got waves.
No, she does.
You
I
be
haven't been
brushing her.
maintaining
You
that.
be brushing
I
her like
haven't brushed her.
crazy.
I
I
wanna
gotta get her like a size do rag.
I
That's why I
wanna
want her because we could wave together for real.
I want a pit bull or a Rottweiler because they get treated like black people. They act like they so
I
dangerous
always
when
wanted a Rottweiler.
they act like they
My
so
mom said they don't
dangerous,
live long.
and they just be chilling. They just be minding their business, just being Rottweilers and pit bulls. And here comes some little white lady. Oh my god, why is he doing that? Leave my dog alone, you white bitch. Okay, I had to,
Wow.
I had to get
I
it
hate
out.
like the little yish
That was a
Whoa.
dogs
lot.
more
That
than I
was a
hate the
lot.
big dogs.
Nah, I wanted a Peking Pekingese or a Shiba Inu just because I don't know. I'm
For the
afraid of
memes,
responsibility.
I wanted a Shiba since I was a kid and had that Nintendogs on DS.
Nah,
The
but
game went
Shibas be
hard.
expensive though.
That's why I'm
y'all
Even
play
planning an
Connect.
dog breeds
elaborate
be
heist.
expensive in general.
Yeah, to
Like,
connect. Y'all play Connectimals.
Oh
yes,
my god, I
I played a
remember
bit.
that. I had the tiger.
I was honestly more of a Webkins guy.
Webkins was lit back in the day. I go mining too. That
My
shit was
mom used to
tough.
like work at a store that had just a bunch of them bitches just stocked up, and she would just get us them every now and then, and we could put them on through the website. It was a grand time.
I don't got no more topics on the docket. Y'all got any? Y'all got anything else? Any more topics? Anything y'all seen
I
this
have a
week?
gripe.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have a very glaring gripe, and you know, t- honestly, I'll be honest. I this is kind of personal, but uh, I'm tired of people saying you sound white. I think it's the most dumbest statement in the history of ever. Um,
Hmm.
I deal with people all the time. I live in Baltimore, and there's a great accent, and it's cool, and it's understandable. I don't know why I don't talk like it. I just don't. I just talk,
Look at the
you know?
thing.
It's just my words. I come out naturally, and I remember. Well, not I remember. It's more like it recently happened. He's like, "Oh, you know, you just sound white," and then I had to ask, "What the fuck does that mean?" And then he was like, "Well, you sound proper." And the problem is, you were setting us back as a race when you say that I sound like a white person because white
Because
people
you
sound
sound proper.
proper.
That's so
Just say I sound
dumb.
proper. That's my only gripe with it. I don't
Yeah, I
get it.
agree.
It is not the
That is
first time.
fair.
It's not the first time somebody said it to me. My little cousin said it to me before, and it just
Hey
like
yo.
it was like way back though, and it was my little
Oh,
cousin that said that shit to me, and I was like, what? But it
that's
used to
even
hurt.
worse. Little kids
And
don't lie.
back then it really hurt, and I was like, yo, am I talking weird? And then I tried to talk, I guess, with an accent, like I felt like I was forcing it. I don't know, and it didn't sound right.
It didn't
Niggas
sound
was
like
like,
you.
it didn't sound like me, and niggas was like, why the fuck are you talking like that? I was like, so I just talk the way I talk. Just a little pet peeve. Please
I,
stop setting us back as black people. Just say you sound like a proper, well-educated black man. How about that?
Emery, you're a proper, well-educated black man.
I'm really not, but thank you.
Believe in you. I believe in you.
I used to get you sound real proper. I don't know when my speaking changed, but it went from you sound real proper to elementary school to you sound real country, and it just like, oh, you know, they be like, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Baltimore. Like, you don't sound like you from Baltimore. And then we just hear at like a standstill because I don't know what to say. Like, where did
It's
the
just like,
conversation
yeah,
go
but
from here?
it's just it's just a weird statement to make in a conversation. And the problem with the recent time is like I just met this person, so it's like, okay,
And
like now,
Right?
like now, like now what, nigga?
And another problem is social media is seeing Baltimore now, like more than they have been in the last like decade, you know. And we always on social media because of the accent, like the
Yeah.
avenue from the avenue, the fucking. We don't got no curfew. The can't. I want to hear a Baltimorean say today's date on February 2nd. It was so when you don't have like the extra thick accent, it's like, oh, are you from Baltimore? It's like, bro, you're from Pennsylvania. Don't ask me where I'm from. Like even fucking Texas, Arlington.
Hmm.
Yeah. You got anything else on
Yeah,
you?
they
Like,
do. I feel like they stereotype. They stereotype us. I feel like anybody with an accent gets stereotyped, like that doesn't talk like a proper person, because it makes it seem like we're ignorant, don't know what we talking about. But like if I
Yeah,
was, but at the same time, if I was to talk how I normally talk, like when it comes to me being around friends or like somebody like I've known since a child and we've talked that same, and I was to actually like talk very like educatedly, like know my information and talk like that, then I would be looked at as a predator or like a terrorist. You know, we definitely get looked down upon. Like when people have a lot of information, but they talk with a slang and a way of the city and this, that, and the third, they are not looked at as like smart. I feel like they're looked at more as a threat.
yeah. Well, it's confused. I would say it's such a confusing like path to tread on in general because it's like
Hmm.
there's innately nothing wrong with having an accent or having a proper way to speak. I think the way you speak is just innately the way you speak, and that's why it's so weird to
Hmm.
not only sort of, I guess, separate somebody from an entire culture because of the way they speak, then also compare it to somebody in such a way that it's like you're instantly, it's like when you say, when you make a statement like that, it's like you're instantly making it so that the accent portion is like the lesser way to talk. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
that's why I guess I don't really like it, because it doesn't matter the way you talk. You talk the way you talk. And I think even a person with a Baltimore accent can talk about stuff, and you're like, he's well educated or he's smart or he knows what the fuck he's talking about. It's not about the accent. It's about the content of what you're
Hmm.
saying.
uh,
Just a pet peeve, just a small pet peeve. No biggie. I'm not crying in my sleep about her or anything.
y'all got any more things y'all want to say
Yeah.
before we close it out?
I was about to say like, about the exposure with Baltimore
Mm.
and social media. Like we definitely are like more so on. We're more popular now than ever before. So it would be a perfect time to get whatever whatever talent you have, any art or like knowledge you have, to like expose it now, because it's a lot of people who are looking for people who's like from Baltimore, because like a lot of people from Baltimore, like, but it's not that many accents like that in the industry, not even in the industry, just like popular now. So like they are pulling people from the city. Just a note.
It's beautiful to see though. Like after all these years, like Baltimore getting overlooked. Even not,
Mm-hmm.
cause not even necessarily just rap, just Baltimore period. You just see more of it now.
No, yeah, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Good
about
people, like
time,
a
man. It's
lot of
about
good
time.
talent. Talent is crazy.
Camera.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
I'm closing out.
no, I was gonna ask you. I was probably ask you. Can you close
What?
us out? I wasn't just asking. Close us out, please. Close us out. Close us out.
Okay, yeah. Because I was about to say that was really rude of you to just be like Cameron, and
No,
then
I,
I
I
thought
was
so
I
you were
was
gonna be
at,
like,
I said I was gonna properly ask you, but
I
you
clapped at you.
Cam come on.
okay.
Oh yeah,
Bring it
before
home.
before you close, I want to say thank you for having me on the podcast. It was definitely a good time. Definitely y'all are definitely smart, educated. Conversation, y'all. It's good to have conversations like this because you can't really have it with a lot of people nowadays.
No,
So
yeah, it's rare
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
about to say
thanks for
no.
having
Thank
me on
you.
here.
No,
We
thank you
appreciate
for
you
like.
being on
Yeah, I
here.
was say being on here because the thing is with guests, like even though we're like, it's interesting because even though we're a podcast of like 6 people most of the time we get a concurrent of three or four, the 3 or 4 same people. Even though we try our best to be open-minded about topics and always have different perspectives on topics, it's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to start to get more perspectives when it's just the same people. So,
Mm.
you just being here
You bring
and
something fresh.
providing, yeah, I'm about to say, you being here and providing your insight on things and how you think, because everybody, is innately different. I think it definitely
Mhm.
brings something new to the table, and that's like a value there that you don't get from just us.
We
So,
can't put a price on that,
yeah, I
on
was say
good
we can't put a price
conversation,
on
you
that.
know?
That's like priceless. You feel me? So thank you for being on here.
Especially as one of the guests,
Salute.
Thank you.
especially as one of the guests,
Salute.
you've been one of the guests that's been like more talkative consistently. Like really,
Engaged.
yeah, very
Yeah,
engaged.
for
I
real.
really like that. Really, really like talking that shit.
Well, I hope I can come on here again. That's my whole thing. I hope I can come on here again.
Man, we always
Definitely,
welcome,
I
Yeah,
bro.
we'd
mean,
definitely
love
good
to have
topics.
you, man.
Man, we'll you're definitely invited again. So we'll
yeah.
we'll, we'll just have to set it up for you.
We'd
Cool.
love to have
All right.
Okay, but on that note,
11.
ladies and gentlemen, it has been Name This Pod Later, episode 61, with the homies, Rye Guy, Mr. Man, and Mr. Brooks. Please, if you have the energy, you made it to the end. You're here. You're already here. If you haven't hit the like button, what are you doing? Just click it. Oh yeah, by the way, you should probably subscribe, turn on the post notifications, although you don't really need them because we upload every Tuesday. No, we record every Tuesday, upload every Wednesday.
every Wednesday.
Yeah, I would say we record every Tuesday, upload every Wednesday.
How
We're
how did
recording
how
on a
how
Sunday,
how did y'all
still
both
coming out on a
wait? Pause. How did y'all both manage to mess that up?
it's
It's Monday and Tuesday.
honestly, we record whenever we want and we upload.
Yeah,
Oh,
But
yeah.
wow,
it's
it is
still
Monday and
once a
Tuesday.
week. Let that be clear. We still come out every week. And that's all that matters. Follow us on Twitter,
Yes, sir.
IG,
Yeah.
TikTok,
Right.
OnlyFans,
Yep.
SoundCloud.
Uh-huh.
Name This Pod Later EP coming soon.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. We
The
also have
Christmas
the LinkedIn.
album. The
The
Christmas
Christmas
album is
album,
coming next
long
year.
overdue. We were talking, me and Ryan were talking to the producers. We have locked in. I'm still got to pitch the verses to Tonio, to Jahi, and to Nick, I believe. We already have Mark's verse. Shout out to Mark. Um,
We
and we
did
should
that
have a
fast.
Mhm.
Christmas album coming soon on the SoundCloud. So
We really got a Christmas album.
yeah,
It's a cappella.
It's just hilarious. All right. Let me make sure I see the
we're.
splits.
I mean, we're overdue. We're overdue for it. We said we were gonna do it, but we just,
Yeah, I feel you.
Can
So
I
But
like,
don't
ask a
worry,
question about the album?
yeah, go
go
ahead.
for it.
So, what's the what's the album based on?
Oh, it's just Christmas carols.
We just sing them a
That,
cappella.
that's why we're overdue because they're Christmas carols. We do have a. We're gonna do a an ambitious EP where we're gonna have each member from the original 6 do a do
We'll
their
do the
own song
cipher
about the
too.
money, how much money they get. I think that would
Oh
be a
my
pretty
god.
fun EP. A little quick
I'm
six
gonna be in
song
the
EP.
lowest bracket.
We be making the money about which one of us the broke is.
Yeah, which one we're gonna make songs and we're gonna talk about how the other people are broke, and it's just gonna be 6 songs of that from each different person. I think it'd be a pretty fun project.
On the same as that instrumental.
On the same exact instrumental. It's not that's how it is with freestyles. It's not about the
I know,
instrumental.
I
It's
know, I
about it's
know.
about how you can spin it.
That's hilarious.
That's gonna be hard. I'm just saying. So
All right.
if you don't want to miss that, you should be on the SoundCloud. But you should just follow us everywhere just so you know when anything goes anywhere. I just think that's obvious.
All right,
Yep,
y'all.
episode 61. See you the next time, which is next week, and yeah.
We will be back.
We'll see y'all on Monday.